Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful evening. I thought today it would be nice to paint a nice little dragon scene. Just some clouds, the dragon flying through. So I got an idea in mind that I'm excited about, and I hope it turns out looking cool. Really hope you guys enjoy it. If you're watching the stream replay, thank you for checking out the replay. If you're watching live, welcome. Feel free to ask any questions that I might be able to answer. I've been painting for about 10 years. Have a little bit of experience. Congrats on the auction sale, big money. Yeah, it was good. I was glad we were able to raise that for Wes. Thinking about doing one for me soon. Got some big expenses coming up with convention things, so thinking it might be a good time for me to auction off something of my own for myself. But yes, I'm very glad that we were able to help out Wes in that way. So this is a fun way to make a sun. S-U-N, a sun. So I'm going to take just a lid. This is a lid for my mixing medium. And I'm going to put our sun right about here. And then we're just going to go around it with this yellow. So I already loaded up some yellow on my brush. We're just going to go around the sun. And what we'll be left with is a perfect circle. There we go. Perfect circle sun. Welcome, welcome guys. I see you. Hello, hello. Alright. So let's just add some more yellow. I'm just going to kind of scrub this around our sun. Just using yellow straight out of the tube. Praise the sun, that's right. Got myself some new flat brushes, so that's fun. It's my first time using this one. It is a little tapered in. Do you think painting would be a different experience if the world was flat? I think possibly. I think it would possibly be a different experience. Maybe things would look different. What's this piece going to be? It's going to be a nice cloud scene with a dragon flying through. So I'm painting, this is going to be our sun, and now I'm just kind of painting around the sun. I'm going to fade it out into a nice raw sienna color. Fire, that's right. I'm going to fade it out into a raw sienna color. So I'm going to mix the next layer, raw sienna, with yellow. Trying to grow your flat earther audience. I appreciate that. Means a lot. If anybody is confused at who I'm chatting with, I am multi-streaming to 5 different platforms right now. So I'm streaming to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So if you hear me responding to a message that you're not seeing on your chat, don't worry, you're not crazy. I'm just multi-streaming to a lot of platforms. Oh, I did not see the alert. Thank you for the sub, Wags. Let me make sure my alert box is It's there. Did it show? Well, I guess Click My Face said it, so it showed. Thank you. I just didn't have the audio on for it, I guess. Nice. Very cool. Very epic. It showed? Good. Good. Means at least everything's working right. I was just looking at my painting. So I'm not going to be super careful about the blendiness of this paint right now. Not going to care too much because I am going to go over this with oil paints. Do I stream anywhere else? Yeah, all the platforms. I stream everywhere. Right now I'm currently streaming to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. What's this one going to be? This is going to be a cloudy sky with a dragon flying through, and this is going to be the sun. So I just wanted to, you know, to be a relaxing painting session. Wanted to just have fun with this one. Because TBH, I have not had the best day. It said our sub baby has been born because we're celebrating 9 months of subs. Let's go. Yeah, I have not had the most wonderful day. Nothing bad. Nothing crazy. I'm also streaming to a ham radio and telegraph. Yeah, that sounds great. Whew. Almost dropped my palette. I just wanted to end the day with something that I knew I would have fun with. Just wanted to finish off the day on a good note, and I knew I would enjoy this. If I enjoy anything, I knew I would enjoy this, because the painting subject matter is something that I know I can paint easily and fairly quickly, and I know I'll like it, and pretty sure you guys will like it. I hope you guys will like it. And I just felt like I needed to win. So that's where we are. Looking for my burnt sienna. I have some right here, but it feels like it's just about out. Skyrim music, love it. Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I decided to listen to some Skyrim music too, just because it makes me happy. Got a new gaming monitor and it ride broke, so exciting was short-lived. Oh, that's a bummer. I bought a new guitar. I bought one of those Donner travel guitars that you see on TikTok all the time. And it arrived with a super warped neck. Like the neck was like so trying to play the low string, like the low notes, I guess the high notes on the neck, was like bending my fingers in half. It was awful. So I feel your pain, because I just recently went through the same thing. So now I'm using burnt sienna, which is darker than the, what is this? Yeah, burnt sienna, which is darker than the raw sienna. Yeah, I play a little bit of guitar. Maybe we need to pick up the she stick. Yeah. No, I started out the day just worrying a lot. Like, just way too much worrying. And I'm not gonna get super into it because I don't want to start any arguments, but just there's a lot happening in the world in general that is kind of scary. And it was just getting to me. And I was starting to have those, those thoughts like, is my small business going to survive the next couple of years, And it was just a lot of that mindset of like just worrying about things that I have no control over. And my wife and I sat down and had a long, deep conversation just about it's not worth worrying about stuff that we can't control, because we both fell down the rabbit hole of just like partaking of a lot of news and reading a lot of articles and just all that goes along with worrying about what's going on in the world. And we both kind of fell into that trap, and we're both just kind of struggling and being like, this sucks. This is terrifying. And we can't do anything about it. And seeing people here and there selling you art, faceless videos like you pointed out, report them every time. I appreciate you reporting them. Even the Mad God couldn't prepare for this past month. Yes. Sheagorath himself was struggling. Yeah, we both just got really in the rabbit hole of doing a lot of research and just trying to understand what was happening. And the more research we did, the more upset we got, because there's just a lot of crap going down. And ain't nothing we can do about it. Went to bed at 8:30 after being up over 25 hours. Oh my, Mandy, that is a lot. That is a lot. But after we talked about it, we just kind of came to the conclusion that we can't control what's going on in the world. Can't control what's happening. Hello, Jody. Hello, Office Man. Hello, Grayson. Nostalgia, love your art style so much. Thank you, Grayson. We're just getting started with this one. Only been live for 13 minutes. This was a blank white canvas when we started the live 13 minutes ago. Trying to decide if I want to block in my dragon before or after. I think I'm going to move this up a little bit. There we go. How am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm trying to have a positive mindset tonight, because I've spent all day worrying. Just lots and lots of worrying. And I'm tired of it. Tired of worrying. Tired of stressing about things that I can't control. Would love a painting of Shadowmere. I might do that sometime. I am open for commissions if anyone is interested in commissioning me. If you really, really want to see me paint something, I am open for commissions. I have one slot currently open. I posted about that yesterday, and I was like, alright, come through social media. I got a lot of expenses coming up in the next month that I have to pay in the next month. And I'm like, I need something here. I started doing art because of you. Wow, thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you for sharing. Thank you a lot. I'm about starting my writing up again. You guys inspire me. I'm so sorry you're worrying. Missed you talk about it. Yeah, it's just, I don't want to get super into it. Just my wife and I both kind of fell into the rabbit hole of watching the news and stressing about what's happening in the world and in our country. America is not super popular right now in the world, and just seeing everything go down in real time, it was starting to get to us. And we just came to it was a whole day of that, of just sitting there, and like every time I would sit down, I wanted to work on something. I wanted to paint. I wanted to open up Blender. I wanted to do something productive, and every time I sat down and tried to do anything, I would just start hyperfixating on things that I have no control over, and on things that other people do have control over and I wish I had control over, and it wasn't a good mindset. And so we sat down and we talked about it, and just about how we don't have control over these things. We can't have control over these things, and stressing about it isn't accomplishing anything, and all it's going to do is upset us. And well, I do think it is important to be informed and understand what's happening in our country and in the world. And sitting here and super stressing about it isn't helping anything, and sitting here super stressing about my business and the struggles I've had the last month especially, and it's not accomplishing anything. It's just not. And so yeah, I was just feeling a lot of anxiety and just worrying a lot, and it just wasn't healthy. So we decided we're gonna have the mindset that not every day is even guaranteed that we'll be alive. Not every day is not guaranteed us. And every day that I wake up and I'm able to draw breath, I should be grateful for. And every day that I get to keep living my dream of doing this full time is something that I should be extremely grateful for. And so it was hard to come to that conclusion when just so much seems to be going wrong right now. It's important to not get bogged down in what's going wrong, and instead just be grateful for what is going right and what I still have right now. And I'm just going to be grateful for this life that I am privileged enough to be living. And beyond that, nothing else I can do. So for tonight, even if I wake up tomorrow feeling crappy again, at least for tonight, I'm just going to enjoy painting, because that's what I get to do. And I'm just going to be grateful that I get to do this. Just listen to my music. Be grateful for anyone who's watching me paint. Not think about how many people used to watch me paint back in my heyday. happy to be doing this. Used to be so wound up in the news in a bad way, but I realized that stressing over it wouldn't change anything. But what you can do is use your talent and your passions to bring joy and kindness to your friends, family, and community. That's right. This was very, very right. And if I do anything today, then if I can even do that, then I am grateful. Looking good. Hello. How's it going, guys? Yeah, I keep trying to decide, like, the thought keeps running through my head of, like, should I voice some of my opinions and alienate 50% of my followers from me? Certainly not the best time for mental health maintenance, but worse times have come and gone. Stay safe, stay focused. Thank you, Captain Cruz. Yeah, I keep having, like, the internal debate of, like, I have a decent amount of followers. Some people would consider me an influencer in the art community. I don't know that I would consider myself an influencer, but I do know that there are people out there who look up to me, and I'm like, should I voice some opinions? Should I share what I feel is true and just? Puppy, come on. And I think I've come to the conclusion that I want to keep this space as an escape from all that. Even though I am a person and I have strong opinions about what's going on, I think I need to keep Painted Dragon Studios an escape from everything. I have your name tattooed on my back. You're an influence. No, you don't. No, you don't. No. Okay, puppy. Give it. I'll be right back. Thankfully, he did actually have to go to the bathroom. He's puppy. Okay, come on. Hey, back inside. Let's go. Come on. Sit. Franklin, sit. Sit. Sit on. Okay, come in. Come in. It's fun being a puppy dad and also being a painter, a streamer. Did your dog ring the doorbell? Yes, he rings a doorbell to go out. We have a little puppy doorbell. My old studio name, Aaron Long Art. You gotta send me a picture of that if that's real. Yes, I have a very smart puppy. He's a good boy. He's a good little pupper. Okay, I'm just gonna bring in just darker color just a little bit. I actually want this to just be in a simple acrylic block, and I'm not going to go super crazy with the acrylic block in for this one. I'll keep it fairly simple. Oh, long fine art. Wow, that was way back in the day. Hey, Franklin, down. Hey, down. Down. How long does it take for the paint to dry? It's already dry. That's why I like doing my block-ins with acrylics. Hey, down. Leave it. We don't let our dog on the couch because we're trying to train him to be a respectful pupper. So I have to yell at him every time he gets up on the couch. Because we keep treats up there. Franklin, leave it! Hey, you're gonna get locked up. Leave it! You're going in the kennel. That's right, you are in kennel time. Sit there and think about what you've done. Sit in there and think, little puppy. Little puppy whoopee. Alright, I think I'm going to do my silhouette in acrylics just because it'll be easier to fix later if I get the acrylics blocked in first. Let's use this brush. Time to turn on my Painted Dragon Studio printer live soon. Can't wait. Oh, great. Which one did you get? I just processed a bunch of orders last night, so it dries that quick. Yeah, acrylics they're great. It's already dry. Puppy, you earned your time in there. You gotta do your time. He's whining. Whining and he's mad. He's a mad puppy. Okay, so this silhouette is fairly simple, but it looks really cool. I actually need more paint. Watch this. Take notes for your paintings if you ever want to paint a dragon. This is the easiest way to make a beautiful dragon. And you can do this in any shape. I've had to stop watching anything related to the Plane Crashers, as it definitely made me depressed. Yeah, just everything lately has been just hitting me hard. So I decided I'm just gonna enjoy what I got. I'm gonna be grateful for what I got. Okay, so what we're gonna make is an elongated S shape. Just a very subtle S shape, and however long your S shape is how long your dragon's gonna be. So I think I want it to be about from here to here. Fade it out as we get there, and then do a little bit fade out at the tail, and give it a little fork at the tail. Give some little bit of a dimension to it. Okay, now that we have our S shape, we're going to decide where the wings starts. So this is the body, this is the tail. We want the wing to be right around in the middle. So we're just going to put a mark where the middle of the wing is. And then right above that mark, I'm going to connect it to the rest of the body. Loading up my brush. I need this paint to stay fairly wet. This is going to go right about up to here. I want it to be as long as the tail and the other wing. So we want this to curve right here. And then we want it to curve out towards the left. Like that. Like I said, super easy, but beautiful. We also need to make 2 points. One right here, and one right here. And this is going to be our guide for where we connect this part of this wing. So we want to keep this super sharp, but we're going to curve this down to this point, up, down to this point, and over, connect it to the body. And then we're going to fill it in. Alright, let me let my puppy out real quick. I'm good again. Alright, puppy, bone. Here you go. Bone. Hit. Let's just fill in this wing. Streets of Whiterun, I love it. This is one of my favorites. It's just so happy and peaceful. Can't believe you're giving away the secret to Painted Dragon Studios. You guys know I'm an open book. Franklin, down! This is what you just got counts for, buddy. Eat your bone. Chew your bone. Homie just keeps jumping up onto the couch, trying to get into his treat bags. I feel like I'm committing espionage. You guys know I'm an open book. Puppy needs to serve his time. He just served some time. He's being bad again. Being a naughty puppy again. Okay. Playing Oblivion again. I forgot how much I love it. I wish I could get into Oblivion. I know it's blasphemy. I started on Skyrim. I was 14 years old when I got into Skyrim, and it was really the first. It was like the first RPG I actually got into. Okay, this is gonna be the dragon's head. So, yeah, I played Skyrim first, and I know people can go back and forth on whether Oblivion's better or Skyrim's better. They can go back and forth on that all day. It's all gonna. Here's my theory. Franklin, leave it. Leave it. Good boy. You have to do time again if you keep it up. Now, my conclusion is that whichever one you played first and you have the most nostalgia for is what you are going to say is the best game. And that is fine. It's whatever you as an individual has the most nostalgia for. So, if someone played Oblivion first, then they're almost 100% gonna say Oblivion is better. If someone played Skyrim first, let's be real, it's gonna be hard to go backwards and play Oblivion next and enjoy it the same, because it's hard to go to older games that you don't have nostalgia for. And unfortunately, that's just how it is. Clifford says it's a toss-up between Oblivion and Skyrim. I forget that you've played some Oblivion. I'll make this tail a bit longer. Need to make the body have some body to it. I don't want to paint feet or legs onto this dragon. I want to keep it simple. Last time I painted feet onto my dragon, it ended up looking like something else. Last time I did one of these paintings, I gave it a leg right here, and didn't look like a leg. Sure did not look like a leg. And everyone felt the need to point that out, because that's how the internet be. If you catch my drift. Alright, before we switch to oils, I want to knock in some cloud shapes. I think I actually need to use pure white. You wish you were born with a leg like that? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So, my plan, if I can let you guys in, y'all who are watching, my secret plan. I do know a conversation is coming. Oh, yes. My plan is to paint a lot of little pictures like this, and I'm not gonna be prioritizing cheap Giclée prints, because what's been happening is I painted those 2 Red Dead Redemption inspired pieces, and I sold a couple of prints, and I didn't even make any money off of them, because I spent more getting the prints made than I sold. So I need to adapt. I need to realize that I am in a downhill recession in terms of social media engagement, and that's fine. I appreciate all of you who are here, but the unfortunate truth is that I am in a recession on my social media. I'm down about 80% from last year, and it's a consistent downward recession, and I need to react accordingly. So, and I was, if you were in here earlier, you know, I was talking about being stressed and letting things get to me. One of the things that was getting to me was my social media engagement and my Etsy sales, and oh, I just realized I missed a comment up there from Grayson. He said, "Hey man, I just bought On the Bridge fine art print from your Etsy shop. Certain my girlfriend is gonna love it." Thank you, Grayson. If you're still in here, I will get that shipped out ASAP. Yeah, I've been stressing about my social media engagement, and I don't have print sales coming in, and when I paint a new piece and I'm not selling the original, because I want to ask a lot for my originals, right? Because I feel like they're worth a lot. So when I paint a really big piece like that, I want to ask a lot for the original, and unfortunately I haven't sold an original in like 6 or 7 months, and so my plan going forward for a while, until conventions pick back up and hopefully the social media algorithms start working with me again, is I'm going to do a lot of little paintings like this that I can do quickly but are still nice. You know, I'm not sacrificing my quality. I'm trying to make it look as nice as I can. But I am going to try and sell the original painting and then maybe do some canvas prints that I can sell for a decent amount. Like $80 to $150. Because what's been happening is I've been making these little prints and then I've not been selling enough to cover the little prints that I've had made. So I want to just sell the original for less than I normally would. I am going to do these a lot cheaper than I normally would. If any of you guys are familiar with my original rates, they often go anywhere from $700 to $1,500 to $2,000, $3,000. I'm going to try and paint some pieces that I can sell for less than $400 or $500, maybe as low as $150. I don't know. I need to sell some art. I don't know if you saw my comment on your earlier post. I suggest you try some Kingdom Come Deliverance paintings. Celebrate the release of the second game coming out. Something you consider at all. If I could pay for a commission, I totally would, but it would be a good engagement to hop on the hype. Yeah. No, I haven't played the game, and so I would want to play the game before I painted it. And unfortunately right now I don't have a lot of time to play games at all, because I'm pumping just a lot of time into trying to keep my business afloat, and so I really haven't had any time to play games. But I am open for commissions. Love your Grogu painting from you. Hope you're well. Thank you. I like my Grogu painting as well. I still have the original of that one hanging on the wall. And I will appreciate it until someone picks it up. Yeah, I would definitely do a Kingdom Come Deliverance commission for someone, but I don't know if I would want to paint that just on my own volition. But if enough people ask for that, I would paint it. What I was kind of going for in that post was I was hoping, and it still might happen, I was hoping that people would unanimously suggest things. Like, if I had a bunch of people get on there and say they wanted me to paint I don't know, something Lord of the Rings, because that's what I know a lot of people follow me for, is my Lord of the Rings. If everyone got on there and said, I want you to paint Smaug, that was one that did come up. If a bunch of people got on there and unanimously said all together, we want you to paint Smaug, sure, I'd paint Smaug. I would enjoy painting Smaug. If everyone got on there and said, I want you to paint an original creature design, sure, I'd try it again. Art style is beautiful. I feel like you'd enjoy it. If you ever get the time, totally recommend it. Yeah, I mean, if I ever get the time, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I'm just hoping that my goal with that post was to hope that people would unanimously say they wanted me to paint something that I could depend on selling prints of, because like I've been being begged to paint Red Dead Redemption 2 art for years, and I thought, if anything sells, it's got to be the Red Dead art, right? If anything's gonna get me out of this rut, it's got to be some Red Dead art. And so I painted some Red Dead art, spent 2 weeks straight painting some Red Dead art, and I posted it, and I did sell 3 copies of the Giclées, but it costed me over $100 to get the Giclées printed, and so I ended up losing money on those 2 paintings. I still haven't broken even on those 2 paintings. So I was like, what help? It's a bummer. What states are you based at? What state are you based at? I'd love to come to convention to support you. I'm in Missouri, and so Planet Comic Con is my big convention down here. But I travel cross country to conventions, so my question for you is, what state are you in? And I can let you know if I'll be there, because I go to a lot of conventions. And I am getting set up with a guy in Pennsylvania who has a storage room that I'm going to pay him to let me use. And so I am going to start going to some East Coast shows, and also sending a friend to vend for me at some East Coast shows for ones that I can't make a personal appearance at. Because a lot of conventions are the same weekends. A lot of them go the same weekends as each other, and so if I have a show that I'm signed up for on the West Coast. Donna, thank you so much for the 100 stars on Facebook. I appreciate you. If I'm already signed up for a show on the West Coast, and then the same weekend a convention on the East Coast opens up, I'll send my friend to go and run the East Coast show for me, and then I will go to the West Coast show. And I'm hoping that I can get that set up somewhere on the West Coast and have a similar situation going, where I can, if I'm somewhere else, I can have a friend selling my art for me on the West Coast, and it's always going to be people that I trust with my business. So the first one I'm getting set up is my little sister. My little sister Melody lives in Michigan, and so she's going to run Cleveland Fan Expo for me. So unfortunately you guys will not see me at Cleveland Fan Expo, but you will see my little sister Melody and her husband. So if you would like to support us and you're in the Ohio area, please go to Cleveland Fan Expo and give my little sister some love and buy some art, because that would mean the world to all of us. And as you're supporting me, you are also supporting my little sister, because I am paying her to sell my art for me. Let me read some comments. I'm way up in Vermont, looking forward to see if you ever come around New England. Gotcha. I don't have anything signed up for up there. Mandy says Dallas. I will be at Dallas Fan Expo. So if you come to Dallas Fan Expo, you will see me there. Seattle. What convention is it? Just Seattle Comic Con, or is that Emerald City? Is that Emerald City Comic Con? I applied for Emerald City Comic Con. I have not been accepted yet. Dallas Fan Expo is in... let me Google it. Dallas Fan Expo. May 30th through June 1st. So last weekend of May, first weekend of June is Dallas Fan Expo, and I will be there. Corey, what's up, dude? Good to see you. And Emerald City, I need to follow up. I applied for Emerald City, and I would love to go to Emerald City. So I'm not officially on Emerald City yet. Just bought my second canvas print from you. Love the first one. Can't wait for the next to get here. Thank you so much. Which one did you get? Thank you so much for supporting my artwork. Make sure to bring my kids and see you. Awesome, Andy. Can't wait. Guess your target audience are all people who wouldn't be in position to throw $700 to $1,500 at a painting when easily to afford a quality print except for gifts. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. I'm well aware. I also know that there are a lot of people out there who can, and that's the interesting part is I know they're out there because I have those clients and they do buy from me, but the hard part is reaching those clients. So the hardest part with the whole thing is just reaching those clients and getting on their radars. So I've done it before. I know I can do it again. I just have to be patient. And that's, you know, it just is what it is. So I know I've done it before. I know I can do it again. I just have to hope that the social media algorithms will work with me and that I can go to the right places at the right times. And that's why I sign up for conventions no matter how much they cost. 2 originals were out here. Exactly, Corey's got some really dope ones. Corey's got some awesome paintings. So, yep, they're out there. I just have to find them. And unfortunately, right now is just a hard time of year for everyone. And does Comic-Con help you really connect with those types of clients, or do you get more through social media? Then Jump said you got Onward to Adventure and the Guardian Stones. Awesome. Yes. Both a couple of my favorites. Comic-Cons are great for quick, smaller sales. Give up the amazing word. Thank you. I appreciate you and your support. Yeah, Comic-Con is great for quick and lower cost sales, but you make a lot of them if you're in the right spot and if you get to the right shows at the right time and all that. So Comic-Con is great for that. I've also gotten commissioned for a lot of pieces through Comic-Con. So my Halo piece, that was a almost $3,000 commission, and I got that from a guy who just walked up to my booth, said, "Yo, this is dope, do you take commissions?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And he commissioned me my Halo piece, and I love it. It's one of my favorites. So yes, I do get commissions from Comic-Con, but I make a lot of quick short-term print sales, but a lot of them do turn into returning customers. So just in general, Comic-Con is very worth it to attend. If you're an artist and you have the means to go to a Comic-Con and vend, I highly recommend it, because I made, I think 70% of my income last year was from Comic-Con, and the other was from Etsy. Do you have a favorite out of all your pieces? I'd say Onward to Adventure and Crossing the Bridge are probably my favorites. Also my Legend of Zelda piece. I call that one the Sword. But a lot of my nice landscape-y, foresty scenes I really like. I'm gonna try this stuff out for the first time. It's called Galked. It's the fastest drying medium. So I'm gonna try this out. Just gonna put a little dollop on the edge of my palette over here and see what happens. I'm just experimenting here. If I can open it, dang. Ooh, okay, got it. I'm gonna create just a little puncture in the aluminum here, just to make it easier on myself when I'm pouring this. Put a little hole at the, oop, don't want to show that. Gonna get gouged off that stuff, yeah, if I'm lucky. No, I'm just playing. Um, little pro tip: if you're using a bottle like this, put a bigger hole on one side right here and then a small here. This is going to allow, this is what the medium is going to flow out of, and this is going to allow air to come out so it doesn't glop. I went to school for concept art. I'm still having a hard time getting responses to applications sent. Going on since 2022. Art is hard endeavor, but I'm inspired by you and your work and refuse to give up. That's right, refuse to give up. Keep going. That's right. No, refuse to give up. Keep at it. It'll happen. I can't say much for the commercial art industry. I know that is really difficult field to get into. I would love to get into it too. I've never had any luck in the commercial art industry either, but I haven't really tried to. I've tried much more in just the private art industry, and I've done great with that. And hey, I would rather just do private art if it means I can keep doing what I'm doing. And I love the idea of doing some commercial art. I think that sounds super cool. Even just for the clout, you know. Like, if I can do commercial art just once with a big company that I can put on my banner and be like, hey, I worked for Wizards of the Coast. You know, I know they're a really crappy company doing some really crappy things right now in the art industry in general, but just to be able to like have that clout and be able to brag about that, just for the bragging rights alone, I would love that. Okay, missed a message on Instagram. Such a lovely piece, thank you. How do you feel about AI, not only for art, but also for other applications? I don't like it. You know, I flip-flopped on it back and forth. I do agree that a lot of people are really hypocritical. Okay, I'm switching to oil paint now. This is all acrylics. It's all dry. This is not oils. I think a lot of people are super hypocritical when it comes to their opinions on AI, and I think a lot of their reasoning is really hypocritical, because a lot of people say, like, specifically in the case of using an AI generated image as reference for a painting, which, not trying to get canceled here, but it is something I've done before. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but it is what it is. There wasn't as much controversy about it back in the day when I did that, and so it is what it is. I don't do it anymore. But the people who say that artists shouldn't use AI as reference because it's stealing artwork from, you know, it's building its database off of stolen artwork and all that. Well, that is true. It's also a known fact that every artist ever uses references. Like, any piece of art ever is inspired by something, whether you found that on Pinterest, or whether you saw it in real life, or whether you saw something, you took a picture. Like, everyone uses references. Most people, even very hardcore anti-AI users, or AI people, even those people will get on Pinterest and grab images that they see on Pinterest and paint their pieces with those stolen images used as references. And that's been being done forever. Everyone uses references. But the people who say that they don't do that, I don't believe it. But I do think that, you know, there are a lot of uses for references, and there are references that come from everywhere. I will firmly say I think it's crappy if someone AI generates an image, does no edits to it, prints it out, and starts trying to sell that as a piece of artwork. I think that is hot garbage. As someone who is selling artwork that I painted with my own hands, using my own skills that I developed, I think it is hot garbage that someone can AI generate an image, call it their own piece of art, and then make money on it. I think that's bullcrap. So, I will argue on that any day. But there are a lot of people who would say that people who use AI-generated images as references for oil paintings are just as bad as those people who just print it out and call it art. And I wouldn't agree with that. I think that as long as you are painting or drawing or doing whatever using traditional mediums or digital mediums, as long as you are painting the picture and you are putting skill that you've developed into that painting, I'm not really going to argue with anything on that, because that's just doing art. And anyone who has a problem with that, then I don't know what you're doing with your life. So that's how I feel about it. I think it's horrible what companies are doing with AI. I think it does play a big part in the lack of commercial art jobs currently available, and I think that's crappy. Andrew said, "Your forests are really incredible. I can't imagine how much time you must put into really making all the greens pop out so well. I can't even draw a stick man, so I learned to appreciate good art when I see it. First time I saw you were using a projector to do an Elden Ring painting, and it actually inspired me to get one to use for wood carving. Thanks for that, by the way. And same, I use it for simple stencils more often than I care to admit, but I can't draw a stick man to save my life, so I gotta make do." Yeah, and see, I think if you're using your skill, if you're using a skill that you developed, then the tools you get to get that finished piece on your finished surface doesn't really matter, especially if you're just enjoying it, if you're just having fun. I'm not gonna sit here and tell someone they're being wrong for creating art. Do you think that your skill with the brush would translate to being a good dentist and vice versa? I do not know. I've never really thought about that. I attempted calligraphy once, and I think that if I put the amount of time into calligraphy that I have into painting, I think I could get dang good at calligraphy. So possibly. I do not know. I don't think I would have any interest in being a dentist. But maybe vice versa, maybe. If a dentist wanted to learn art, I think that the steady hand would help. But there are so many factors that go into being a good artist and painting a quality picture. Like there's so many factors. You gotta learn colors, you gotta learn lighting, you gotta learn value, you gotta learn contrast, you gotta learn composition. And so I think there are things that could translate, but in general, there's just a lot of skills that you would have to learn to be good at either. So, but the learning factor is a part of it. Being able to learn a skill is a big part of it. And I think that someone who has spent time learning a skill and taken the time to figure out how to learn effectively might have a leg up in learning a new skill after that. Take my buddy Ryan, for example, who just popped into Instagram. What's up, Ryan? We're talking about how if an artist Someone on Twitch asked, do you think your skill with a paintbrush would translate to being a good dentist and vice versa? And I said, there are a lot of skills that go into each of them, and there's a lot of knowledge that goes into both fields. And so just the steady hand by itself wouldn't help that much, but maybe by knowing how to develop a skill, like how to practice a skill. If you became a dentist, you obviously put in a lot of effort into developing a skill, into getting good at something. And if you are a good painter, then I also think that that good painter probably put a lot of time into developing that skill. So maybe by being a good painter, it would make learning how to be a good dentist a little bit easier. Maybe by being a dentist, maybe you have the aptitude to learn how to be a good painter. Because I think that's a lot of it when it comes down to it, is just being able to adapt and being able to learn new skills. And the more skills you learn, I think that it becomes easier to learn new skills after that, because you know what it takes to get good at something. So I am not the good painter. I saw some of your art, and I think if you put the amount of time into 2D painting or drawing or whatever as you have into photography and Blender and coding and all the stuff you're good at, I think you could be a good painter. You lack patience? No, you don't. This is bullcrap. No, you don't. You learned one of the hardest programs out there. Oh, you lacked patience. Patience. You're a goof. Goof. Andrew says, I went to school for metalwork, inspired me to take up woodwork. Admittedly, because it's much easier, but I get a lot more out of wood than metal art. Spending 3 years doing metal work in school really made me appreciate how much more fun and easier. No, I feel that. After I could kind of say that about sculpture. I feel like sculpture is a significantly. Yeah, it depends on what. I don't want to say something that would piss off someone. What's up, Maxim? Now, I find sculpting easier than painting, but that could be because I already have painting skills pretty well figured out. And so sculpture has come a lot easier than learning painting was. But that's just me. I'm loving the saturation that's coming out with these oils. This looks so nice. It looks so nice. Let's bring this up too. It's not in my reference, but I'm just gonna go for it. By the way, my reference is just a stock image that I found on Pixlr, or what is it? Where did I get this image? Pexels. Yeah, so the base of the reference that I'm using is a stock image that I found on Pexels, and then I'm actually using one of my previous dragons that I painted already. This one was in my Some Good in This World painting. It was of Sam and Frodo looking out over Osgiliath, and it was inspired by the scene where Sam gives his there's still some good in this world speech. And this was my ring wraith. But I love this silhouette, and I've used it like 4 times in different paintings. So I just put this same dragon shape of this silhouette in so many of my paintings, and I just love it. It's great. We talk about acrylic wet palettes. I have a marinating tray I use, but the paint gets too wet over time. What I use for acrylics is I just paint really fast, and I expect the acrylic paint to dry really fast. So when I'm painting an acrylic, usually I'm painting an acrylic block in. Like this one, for example, I painted the entire scene in acrylics before I even started it. So I just paint really fast with the expectation that the paint is going to dry really fast. And when you go into acrylic painting with that mindset, it helps a lot. So I don't use an acrylic wet palette. I just paint it onto the canvas and I take what I get. So that's just me. I know plenty of acrylic painters out there who would argue me on that, but that's just me. It's so similar. I use my left hand for some things and right for others. A lefty on Instagram and a righty on Twitch. Yeah, that's because I'm using a front-facing camera on Instagram and a normal camera on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. So usually people just assume I'm a lefty because that's the hand that shows up on the front-facing camera, but yep. I'm just using my right hand. Let's get some little clouds up here. Some mysteries are better. Yeah, I know it. I'm gonna have to blend these out. I want some more clouds just up and around here. But that is why I'm using oils. It's beautiful, thank you. I'm really enjoying it. I needed a painting that I could enjoy today. I had a rough day. I was talking about it earlier, so I apologize for the people who have been here the whole stream if you hear me re-say some stuff, but yeah, I needed a painting that I could just really relax with, because today was rough. I felt a lot of emotions today. Nothing serious. Nothing detrimental going on in my life. Just a lot going on in the world and in America right now. In the United States, it's a lot. So I was just getting worked up. Just need to not get worked up. I think I need. What do I need? What do I need? I need some more blending going on. That's what I need. Mixing a lot of yellow with this burnt sienna color. This is just going to lighten it up a lot. Yes, perfect. That's what I needed. That yellow is actually opaque instead of transparent, and so it's going to cover up a lot of those brush strokes that I don't want showing. Ever considered going after the professional wrestling market? I have not. I know dilly squat about professional wrestling. really don't know anything about wrestling. What I do know about is Lord of the Rings and Skyrim and Star Wars and Star Trek and video games and fantasy and sci-fi. That's what I know of, and so that's what I enjoy, and so that's what I paint. I do know wrestling. Billy Squat was the 1998 WWE champion. Now I know. Hey, now I know something. Ring race silhouette goes hard. Yeah. I love it. Maybe it's okay if some of those brush strokes show through. It's okay to be a little bit brush strokey sometimes. Mixing up a really nice bright yellow right now. I'm gonna try and get some of these like highlights better painted in. I need to go a bit brighter. All these little cloud details are what's going to make this look like a huge scale. Because the more little things you have in the painting, the bigger the other stuff is going to look. I watch a lot of Bob Ross. I did watch a lot of Bob Ross. It's hard to answer the who's my favorite artist question because I follow so many artists. Like on Instagram I follow over 1,000 accounts. Most of them are amazing artists. But some of the notable ones that I've learned a lot from and that I look up to a lot. I wouldn't be the painter I am today without Kevin Oil Painting. He's a YouTube channel that teaches painting tutorials, and I 100% would not be where I am today without his channel. So, gotta give Kevin Hill a ton of credit there. In terms of just like raw skill and time put into their craft, Andrew Tichler is amazing. He's also on YouTube, and he's just a mind-blowingly good oil painter, and I've also learned a lot from him. But there's a lot of digital painters out there. There's a lot of digital artists out there who use like Blender and other 3D software, and that's super inspiring to me as a Blender learner. So I follow a lot of them. Yeah, I follow a ton of artists. So it's hard to pick a favorite. Gonna soften these ones, make it look a bit blurry, so that the focus is in the middle on the dragon, in the sun. Just gonna blur out these sides. Looks great. Is there a particular skill within painting that you think you're especially good at? I think I'm pretty good with color and lighting. I think those are probably some of my best skills. Is color and lighting. I've figured out brush strokes pretty well. Not great at anatomy yet. Still working on anatomy. But that's more of a drawing skill that I need to practice than a painting skill. Because anatomy is just something that people can spend their entire lives learning and still not be good at it. So still learning. Always learning. Always studying. I think I'm pretty good at landscapes. Those are probably my strongest point. Anything with a forest or a mountain or a river or rocks or still the phase where a leg might be a leg or on a dragon. Yeah, I'm not gonna give this guy any legs. He's just gonna have a head and wings. So I'm going to keep it just like this. I'm going to give some clouds up here, just some really wispy brushstrokey clouds. Very blended out. Just lighter than what's underneath. Am I good at color matching? Yeah, I'm pretty good at color matching. I guess that's a skill I've gotten fairly decent at as well. Can I give you a $1 bill and you'd be able to match the green? I'd be able to match one of the greens, probably. So awesome, thank you. Here's a couple of shades of green on a $1 bill. Yeah, I'd probably be able to mix up a color and paint it onto a $1 bill and have it still look like a $1 bill. These clouds to be very loose and wispy. Sounds like a good video. Yeah, I might do that sometime. What's your least favorite painting I've done? Golly. There's a lot on my did not finish pile, so. But most frustrated I've ever been with a painting and not finished it. I started a portrait of Tom Welling, who played Clark in Smallville, and it was awful. It was so bad, and it made me so frustrated. And I was like, I should be able to paint this stupid picture. I just couldn't get it. I started that painting twice. I started it twice, and I couldn't do it. I gave up because I was having such a bad time with that painting. I was like, this sucks. I hate it. I hate everything about this. It looks nothing like him. The more times I try, the worse it gets. And I'm done. I'm done. This is going in the trash. And I didn't finish it. Which sucks because Tom Welling's gonna be Fan Expo Dallas. And that's a huge bummer because he's going to be there and I'm not going to have a painting for him. Definitely got more unfinished work than finished work, so I feel that. Yeah, I have more finished than unfinished, but I do have a lot of unfinished that I just had to accept that this piece just ain't happening. This just isn't happening, and that's okay. I need to accept defeat here. I take the L. I need to take the L here. This is just frustrating me, and it's not getting me any closer, and I'm wasting my time on this piece when I could be working on something else. And that is one of my ways that I negate art block, is if I'm stuck on a piece and I feel the need to finish it, and I cannot finish it because I do not have the skills to finish it. Sometimes it's okay to take the L. Do you ever experience imposter syndrome as an artist? Yes, I sure have. Many times. Sometimes I don't feel like I deserve as many social media followers as I have. Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve to be able to be doing this full time. I feel like there's other artists out there who are way better than me. Objectively better. Like, people can sit there all day and be like, no, Aaron, you're great. It's fine. It's okay that there are other people out there that are better than me. But sometimes I see those other people that are objectively much, much better than me, and they're not doing as well as me, and it sucks. And I'm like, I wish that all my friends could be as successful as I am. I don't feel like I deserve the amount of success that I've been blessed with, and you know, it's just a thing. I think a lot of artists probably experience that, and I don't know. I'm using a softer round brush to try and blend some of these colors out. You're right, I'm unfollowing by. Alright, I probably deserve it. I'm glad I'm streaming on Twitch again. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you being here. Hey, what's up, Hinman? How's it going, dude? Hope you're having a good evening. Just doing some nice, good old Painted Dragon Studios stuff. The things that the Painted Dragon Studios do. Like painting dragons. It's the truest feeling of being an artist for sure. I think so. That's what gives me the drive to do better. More each time we try something. Exactly. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good now. I'm purposely doing a painting that is fun and easy, and I knew I would enjoy, because I spent most of my day just stressing out of my mind. Just ended up going down the rabbit holes of getting caught up in the news. And it upset me. It upset me greatly. Just everything I was seeing. I'm usually not a news person, and I don't like watch the news on TV, but I was reading articles all day, and I was watching people, panic on TikTok, and it just wasn't healthy. Started having all kinds of self-doubting thoughts and worrying thoughts that stuff I just can't control, and sitting here thinking, like, is my business gonna be here if all of this stuff goes down as it looks like it's going down? Is, like, our small business is gonna be able to stay open? Or are my friends gonna get deported? It's just stuff like that. It wasn't healthy, and I shouldn't have been dwelling on it. And I just need to be grateful for what I have, and I need to worry about the stuff that I can control. And I think it's okay to be informed on that stuff, but it's been like 3 days straight that I've been just hyperfixating on just all the garbage that's going on right now. So I'm happy to be doing this. Happy to be painting and doing what I've been given the time to do. Even if it doesn't last forever, and if somehow I'm not able to keep doing this full time, then I will be eternally grateful for the time that I have been given to do this full time. And if I lose that focus, I'm gonna drive myself crazy. Spend all my time worrying. It's just not worth it. Can't be stressed painting dragons, though. They're always very well made. Thank you. I appreciate that. Social media thrives on that hyperfixation, unfortunately, and it's quite overwhelming. Thought I wouldn't be watching you paint this. That's not all bad. Exactly, and that's what I decided I need to focus on. Is I need to, like, my platform needs to be a refuge from all that crap. Because I'm sitting here like, okay, am I, I have a lot of followers. Anyone can see that, but does that mean that it's my responsibility to share my political opinions? Is that, is that essential? Is that necessary? I've had some people telling me, like, oh, you need to share your political opinions because you're an influencer, and I'm like, can I buy? Yes, please. Please buy. I need money, man. I'm dying. No, but I want to be a refuge from all that crap. I want my art page to be an art page, not a political discussion page. Not turning the news right now. Yeah. No, nothing good going on. Lots of bad. Art for art's sake. That's right. Yes. Do I have strong opinions about what's going on? Sure. Could other people possibly be informed by my political opinions? Sure. Is it going to drive away 50% of my followers? Absolutely. I don't need that. And it's time to go after Greenland. Yes. I think if we can all agree on something, it's that we all appreciate good art. And if this can be a place to appreciate good art, then that's what I want it to be. And if it's a place that can inspire other people to paint their own art, then awesome. My puppy's sleeping. I think my cat just got downstairs. Dang it. Dang it. Okay, I'm just shaping these clouds, making them look nice. It's all about just going back and forth with the shadows and the highlights. Yes, these are shadows. I know they're all bright. I'm gonna work on my dragon silhouette just a little bit. It's a dark brown. Excited for Elder Scrolls 6? Someday. Hard to be excited about a game that the announcement trailer is now older than the game was at the time they announced it. I'd love to be excited about Elder Scrolls 6. I remember when they announced it. I was still living in Grandview, Missouri, in a one-bedroom duplex in a just wonderful part of town. I was paying $400 a month. It's crazy. It was back in 2019, I believe. I feel like I'll be relieved when it's finally out. Hello, my favorite artist. Hello, Brenna J. Douglas. How's it going? No, I'm scared that it's gonna release and it's gonna be hot garbage. And we'll have waited all these years for nothing. That's what I'm scared of. I'm going to leave this cloud going in front of the tail a little bit. Love your Lord of the Rings Skyrim paintings. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. I'm going to actually put this tail in front, or put the cloud in front of the tail. I like how it looks, but I want to actually lock that in. Hopefully not. I think that's why they're testing with the Oblivion remake. Well, the Oblivion remake is it's a fan project. That's not Bethesda. That's a team of fans. My art is going to be in the Oblivion, in Skyblivion. You'll be able to walk inside into houses and into palaces and whatever, and my art is going to be hanging on the walls in-game. I reached out to one of the devs for Skyblivion and was like, hey, what's it going to take for me to get some artwork in there? And he was like, what are you offering? And I was like, I will send you a $300 canvas print on me. And he was like, deal. And then they sent me some screenshots of my artwork hanging on the walls in game, and I was like, oh, so happy. Yeah, it's a fan passion project. I'm gonna play it just to see that TBH. You know, me too. I thought it was Bethesda because they said it was Unreal Engine 5. That's like VR will be on the walls. Yeah, no, it's I believe unless y'all are talking about something I don't know about. If we're talking about Skyblivion, no, that's made in the Skyrim creation engine, and it is a fan project. Unless y'all are talking about something I don't know about. You look it up. All right, report back. I'm interested. If that's real, that'd be cool. But I have not seen anything on that, and I am pretty up to date on all things Elder Scrolls and Bethesda and whatnot. So. I'm try using some pure yellow and see if I can get some of these clouds to look nice. I think the pure yellow is still mixing with a bunch of the burnt sienna. I need some white. Yeah, I guess I have this one. Let's try some more of this color. I'm using yellow and Naples yellow, which is just a super bright, like yellow-white mixture. But it's a little desaturated, so I need to bring up the saturation. Good stuff, bro. Thank you. Modders will make Elder Scrolls 6 and Skyrim before this finishes it. That's true. No, if it's true that Bethesda is actually remaking Oblivion, that'd be awesome. I have not seen any evidence of that. I know Skyblivion is a thing, and that's a group of modders that are remaking Oblivion in the creation engine. But I have not seen anything about an official Bethesda remake. So do some fact checking on that and get back with me, because I would love to know, but I feel like I would have seen something about that. I've definitely seen the Skyblivion remake, but Skyblivion is made by a group of fans. It's a passion project. What kind of paint is this? Oils. This is oils on canvas. Can't tell if I'm making it better or worse. I'm trying to make this just really bright up in here. My shapes just aren't quite there. They're looking a little smudgy. Definitely looks bright though. I'm digging it. The camera focus adjusts to the light of the sun on the painting, so I think you're doing a pretty good job so far. That's true. Yeah. And I'm really just trying to bring it home now. Trying to figure out what else I can add to this piece. Bring this bad boy home. Something cool. This is blank white canvas in there. There's no paint on here at all. That is just the white of the canvas showing through. It's pretty cool. Makes it look like a super bright sun. What you up to? I think I'm about done with this painting. You like it? The real dilemma is, do I do more or is it good enough as it is? That's exactly where I'm at right now. It's like, do I keep fiddling with it? Do I accept that it's beautiful in its current state? Could it be better?
No, it's be better. Just be better. It's fine.
Wife thinks it's perfect.
Just the way it is.
Now I just added this thick oil paint. It looks really cool like that. Now I want to do more like that.
Oh, you really made that sound a lot bigger than the reference, huh?
Mm-hmm. I want to make it dramatic.
Heck yeah.
It will be bold, dramatic, heroic. Yeah, like Dynaguy. The cape and the boots.
You have many viewers?
No, but that's okay. I've got 11 right now. And 6 on Instagram. I've got people watching, that's what I care. I'm just happy that there are people here watching.
Told you he wasn't finished up on the right time. He's been good, hasn't
Yeah, he was yip-yapping at the door earlier, but
he? Is that true, Franklin?
he rang the doorbell.
He said he wouldn't do that. He said you don't know what you're talking about.
In my opinion, you nailed it. No notes. Alright. Andrew says it's beautiful. Alright, let's sign it. Let's sign it. This piece took us 1 hour and 52 minutes. And it's gonna make a beautiful YouTube video. If anybody would like to watch my YouTube videos, you can watch these as quick time lapses. I do voiceovers on some of them. My YouTube channel is the same name as it is as my studio name is everywhere else, just Painted Dragon Studios. Me a new liner brush. Every paintings, Big Lord of the Rings fan 2. Hope one day I can afford one of your Shire paintings. Awesome. I am open for commissions. If anyone would like to commission me one.
Didn't you give a lot of Amazon?
Nope.
Is that the right target? There it is.
Found it. You stream on a regular schedule or just whenever you feel like it. Love to be in stream for the next one. I don't have a regular schedule yet. I don't know that I would ever be able to handle a regular schedule. I attempted it once on Twitch a couple of years ago, and it lasted for maybe a few weeks. It was fun, and I did gain a lot of followers and everything, and it's hard, so I do not have a regular schedule at this point. But if you enjoy them, you can hit like the little notification button and you can be notified when I am live, so. That would be what I would recommend if you'd like to catch the next one.
They join your podcasting channel, don't you announce it?
Theoretically, I announce it there.
Wow.
I just forget. But if I do start streaming regularly and I can get some regulars in, my Discord would be a good place to announce that. So if you're not in my Discord, that link is in my Patreon. So if you're on Instagram or anywhere, I should have my Linktree or my Discord link somewhere. But it is on Patreon. Alright, using this liner brush to sign my sig. Just looks nice. It's the point where it feels too much work, takes away from the real fun of it. Turn on notifications for sure. Patreon, same title. Yes. On Facebook. My Patreon is it's in my link tree in my bio.
I'm gonna bring him upstairs to do a paper truck. Or do we want to put it in the... I think we can safely put it in the office, right?
He hasn't had an accident since that first time, so.
So then I'll just leave him down here and put him to bed.
You could put him to bed now. I could just head up and I'm done with this.
I don't want to.
Wow. This liner brush is kind of hard to sign with.
Is it too long?
No, it's just very small. Don't have a lot of control. I think that it will have its uses, but I don't know if I want to try signing again with it. It looks pretty good. Alright guys, thank you for joining in. And I did. Me too. Thanks for joining me. I am hoping to do more of these. I would like to do a small painting like this every day if I can. Because I do have 2 hours a day that I usually waste, so if I can dedicate that to a nice, small, easy painting, I would love to be able to do that. So I just need to make a habit of it, and I can't promise anything as of right now, but I would like to make a habit of it. So yeah, just be watching for a live stream, and love to see you guys there. So everyone have a good night, and I will potentially catch you guys maybe tomorrow.